Welcome back, guys, to another season of Immeasurables. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for your continued patience. It's been quite a while since I've posted, but because I've been wanting to perfect this season as much as I could with the new rebranding and such, which I will get to in this episode 0, which, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to continue episode 0s. I kind of like them as a precursor to each season, along with the tagline. I don't know if you've noticed, but each season has a tagline. For example, last season's was, what does beauty have to do with height? And last season was about petite equality, petite communities, petite fashion, petite modeling, and such. So it's basically like what this season will be about in a sentence. So this season, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've teased it in a couple of things or on social media here and there. This season's is it so bad to stand out? And now I know what you're thinking or what you're not thinking. This season is going to be about individualism and how to be yourself in fashion without copying others, without being lost. It's going to be this season's overall theme. So with that, I'm going to go through with why I decided to rebrand and what Immeasurables is going to mean in the future. So once again, thank you all for your continued support. It means a lot to me. The small following that I do have means very much to me as I try to continue to accomplish my goals and what I want Immeasurables to be. So share this with everyone you know, share this with everyone who would like Immeasurables and would like what I'm talking about and my mission and my goals and stuff like that. Give me feedback on how I'm doing and stuff like that. So let's get started. My reason for rebranding is summed up to this main point. As much as I loved talking about petite modeling and petite equality, which I will still continue to talk about, of course, I will not stop fighting for what I believe in with petite equality and petite fashion. It's just too narrow of a topic that I want to cover, since I don't know, it's just I'll still advocate for them, of course, but I just love fashion way too much to not talk about the things that I'm thinking of, and the things I want to cover and the things I want to preach for and the things I want to change in the fashion industry, not just petite modeling, because petite modeling is just like a grain of salt in the problems of the fashion industry, if that makes sense. So I'd rather use my talents and my knowledge for fashion to educate others, which is what Immeasurables is going to be more about now, fashion education. And yeah, that was basically the main reason. So what I realized last season, as well as why I made this season, is fashion tends to come with rules, and I don't think that's very fair. Like, for example, you have to have a Prada bag to love Prada. You have to know who Alessandro Michele is to love Gucci. And I don't think that's very fair, When I first started liking fashion, I could not tell you who Jeremy Scott is, let alone what Moschino is, how to pronounce Moschino. I used to call it Moschino. I think it was Moschino I used to call it, and I used to tell my friends, "Ooh, I love Moschino." Little did I know I was pronouncing it wrong. I could not tell you who Jeremy Scott was. But that shouldn't be the case. You should love Moschino for the bright colors, the bright designs, I don't know, the iconicness that it is, not because of who Jeremy Scott is. That should be also cool to know, but it shouldn't be the priority. That's what Immeasurables comes in. Immeasurables is going to be that backbone of knowledge, history, and what entails to fashion, like a backstage sort of view of fashion, if that makes sense. For the uneducated as well as the educated. I don't care if you know the littlest part of fashion. I don't care if you know the most about fashion. It should all be the same. We should love fashion for what it is, not for who is this and who did what, So yeah, the goal for Immeasurables is to take pride in loving what you're supposed to love in fashion, and to appreciate fashion for what it is, not to judge others in what they wear or judge I don't know, people for what they look like. It shouldn't be that. It should be appreciation as a whole for fashion. Fashion was created to be individuals and individualize yourself and stuff like that, you know? So I want to be your fashion mentor, your fashion friend, your fashion guide, your guide into fashion. I want you to come to me for questions, episode ideas, you know, and I'll give you guys the information that I have, or the information I don't have, or the information that I, you know, that I interpret as my own, or interpretations of other things, you know. I want this to be a community. So I'm restarting the Discord again. I don't know if I briefly mentioned it last season, but I used to be active, not very active, on Discord. So I started that back up again, and I started Twitch. I don't know how frequently. I will be frequent. I'm lying. But I strongly encourage you to follow those, as more exclusive content will be posted there, as well as content you will see on the other platforms. But it'll just be like more exclusive content. So I highly suggest you tune into those, as well as subscribing and liking and following on other social media platforms. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm very excited to what this season has to offer. It's about individuality and being yourself. And I tell accounts and stories of what I was like before fashion and what kind of person I was. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Like I said, give me feedback on what you guys want to hear for the next seasons. I might tease a couple things that I'm kind of working on and such. Or maybe what you want to see on other platforms such as Twitch or Discord. I'm planning, for example, Twitch, I'm planning on like live streaming events and reacting to them. For example, a fashion show, I give my own opinions, my own statements, stuff like that. And for Discord, I'll post the same things. I'll have community meetings if you guys want to, community sessions such as like Clubhouse, think Clubhouse, but on Discord. I might do Clubhouse too. I don't really know how to work it, but we'll see. Like I said, thank you guys for your continued support. Immeasurables means so much to me as a future career path, and just changing the course of fashion for good, opening the doors to equality and love for fashion for everyone, regardless of what you look like, regardless of what you wear, regardless of what you believe in, regardless of how much you weigh, regardless how much you, how tall you are. I just want to open so many doors, and Immeasurables is hopefully going to be the catalyst for that. So that's all I got. New episodes for this season are going to be every Monday and every Friday at 9 a.m. sharp. So be there. Make sure you follow on all the social medias. They're all going to be linked in the description. Discord and Twitch now. Let me know what you guys want to see on those. And I think that's all. Stay tuned. Signing off, guys.